Welcome in, everyone. This is June 4th, 2024, and we are going to do an updated view of the Unusual Whales platform. They've added in a lot of new features and all that, so we are going to kind of go over just a brief overview of kind of everything in the platform. I'm not going to dive into every little detail in all the sections. I will have other videos to come based on that. So I'm just going to kind of show everybody what's around here on the platform and what Unusual Whales has to offer. So, and also, if you're interested in trying Unusual Whales, I do have a discount code that I will drop in the description below. So let's get started here. So this is your main page of Unusual Whales. You have your flow data, resources, some extra stuff, connect if you have a Discord, pricing. So again, we're going to kind of just do a brief overview of everything. I'm not going to dive super deep into everything, but let's get started. So your flow data, obviously this is your flow feed, hottest contracts, your flow alerts, open interest, explorer, your contract lookup, flow charting, super flows, 0 DTE flow, your market data. This is your market tide, which this is a little newer to Unusual Whales. Stock screener, news feed, sector flow, ETF flow, analyst ratings. Your stock data, you have your dark pool feed, whale feed, halts, pauses, insider trades. Calendars, you have your earnings calendar, economic calendar, holiday schedule, dividends, FDA calendar. In your resources area, you have your options profit calculator. You can plug in your calculator. It'll kind of tell you what contracts could be worth. Paper trading, trading journal, an API, free education. There's a Discord bot, options strategies, options dashboards, market heat maps, your screeners, stocks, sector view, options watch list, stock watch list, custom alerts, performance, seasonality, portfolios, ticker explorer, your overview, volatility, GEX, DEX, VANA, charm, options chains, open interest changes, Greeks, analyst ratings, earnings, insider transactions. Your extras, you have your political trading. If you want to advertise, investor relations, just kind of some basic stuff. Again, some more download stuff. News, features, shorts, alerts, just kind of some other stuff here. Again, for those that have their own Discord, you can add the Unusual Whales Discord bot, which you can pull in a lot of data for free. Pricing here for those that are looking at that. So I'm going to kind of dive into all these here. So we're going to start in the flow data. So again, and you can access all this here on the left side, which is really nice. So starting here in your flow feed, so this is kind of the main bread and butter here, and again, you can make watch lists and all that in here as well. So I actually have some watch lists, so I'm just kind of gonna delete that out here and just kind of show everybody what the flow feed looks like. So obviously you can kind of come in here, can select your tickers, you can see your bid ask, spot prices, premiums, the chain bid and ask, some emojis obviously here, gonna tell you if that flow was bullish, bearish, if it's ask side, if it's ETF, it's an index. And if you want to look up something like, let's say you want to look up Apple, easily just easily type that in. Oh, why am I gonna do that? Let me reset my filter. So you want to look up Apple, there we go. So pull it in here, and obviously you can filter how you want in here. When filtering is a big part of Unusual Whales. So again, obviously all your filters are here along the side here. Can switch out the mid side, and I don't know why it's set like that. So obviously come here, you set it up how you want. Come down here, you can take out, you can put on sweeps, take them out, crosses, floor trades, normal trades, take out China trades. Can also do volume over open interest. So if the volume's greater on that chain, or volume's greater than that open interest, it'll show that feed. So let's see if there's anything for Apple today. So like here you can see it's gonna filter that out, where it's gonna show the volume coming in is greater than that open interest on the day. Can exclude deeper in the money trades, and I believe it's 15% in the money that it excludes, or you can just have it show out of the money only. So again, this would be your volume over open interest. You can see how it's kind of filtering it out here. So seeing some premiums here, just a little trick there as well. Can come down here obviously if you don't have, if you just had the overall, all the flow here, can obviously just do it by sector. So like if you want to do consumer cyclical, so it's just going to pull those trades in for that. Industries, exchanges, trade codes, all that. And the nice thing is, if you hover over some of these, it's going to give you an explanation of a lot of the things here. So it's going to tell you this floor, the floor trade was that, which was executed on the floor of the exchange. So typically it's a floor trader doing it on their own personal account. Sweeps, it's going to kind of tell you here as well. Coming over here, it's an index, kind of self-explanatory. Ask, if there's earnings this week, you can come up here at the top here, and it's going to, if you just hover over that, it's going to kind of tell you the bid ask there. Volume, if you just hover over a lot of this stuff, that's just going to pop up a lot of data there that you can use. So moving on here to the hottest contract section. So again, and you can make a lot of watch lists and filters and save them, which is something I really like doing. So like for today, let's say you wanted to, you can always go back to and look at different days, but so today kind of just what it sounds like, hottest contracts, and you can filter all this too at the top, which is really nice. So I like to filter that by the change. So you're seeing 209%, so 200% over that open interest. You just click on that contract there and it'll show you that whale there. You can see that volume greater than open interest there. So again, hottest contracts here, and again, you can filter this how you'd like: premium, multi-leg, days expiration, different caps there as well, by expiration, by sectors as well. And again, ETFs, indices, ADRs, stocks, whatever you want, kind of how you want to do it. So that is that section, and you can also see, if you scroll over here, kind of that bid ask on that chain. And again, if you don't know what it is, you can just kind of hover it over and you will get a little description. So moving on here, flow alerts. Again, this is another good section of unusual whales. So like today's flow alerts. So it's going to tell you repeated hits, if they're floor trade, small caps, repeated hits, and you can also filter out those rules in here as well too. Like if you wanted to just see repeated hits, it'll just pull in repeated hits there for you. And again, you can filter how you'd like, save the watch list. And if you have a question about what the rules are, you can always just come right up here to that little section here, rules. It'll pull this up and it will tell you all the flow alert rules in here as well. So you can get a good idea of what the rules are, and they have an explanation of kind of how the rules get pulled in, all that stuff here. So Open Interest Explorer, and for those that don't know, Open Interest, it updates in the morning. It updates on unusual whales at 6:45 Eastern time, so way earlier than a lot of exchanges. So again, you can check that by date, and I like to do it by the biggest change in it. And again, you can filter this how you'd like on the side here, and you can do a historical open interest change as well. So kind of looking in here, obviously it's the 4th today, so like you just kind of click on here, and this is once you start kind of understanding the flow a little bit more too. Did I do this on the bid side of things? I'm not going to dive super deep into that, but did I? I'm just trying to see how I have my filters here, sorry. So looking at that, obviously, you can click on that candle, and I'm going to see it's a lot of bid side here stuff. I think my filters are messed up, so big surprise. I messed that up, but so let's look at VLY here. Could have just got a goofy one. Why am I getting bid side? Odd. Anyways, well, you get the idea. So you can come in here, filter, open interest will update every morning. So, and you can also check this out in the ticker area too. You can do tickers by ticker. And you can also look up specific contracts if you wanted to, say you wanted to look at the 614 Apple call. You can easily search that. You just put in, let's just do an AMD one. So AMD, you have that expiration up here. You'd find that correct expiration. Like let's just say we wanted to look at the 920 calls for, let's do just 185. You just click that. I don't know if there's anything on here, so this is just a shot in the dark. And yep, you can see it's, oops, bring this down a little bit. You can see, obviously, we had some open interest here. You can start to back this out here as well. So 30 days, obviously, can kind of start peeking at that. If you're looking for a specific chain and stuff, this is a really great tool. So moving on here, so and that was the contract lookup. That is right under that open interest explorer. So net flow. So this has the net flow there. So net call premium, net put premium. You have your net premiums by expiration here, net premium by strike here. You can see the top chains by volume here as well. And again, can switch this. Let's say we wanted to look at AMD again. It'll pull it up for AMD, show that top chains by volume. Net premiums by expiration. Can also filter this into bear volume, bull volume, premiums, all that here as well. And the net premium by strike can do that, obviously. Different options there as well. And again, can filter on the side as you would like. Interval flow. So this is again almost kind of like the flow alerts. This shows you when trades come in really short intervals. So let me take this off or it's not going to show anything. So again, like today, didn't really have that much. So you come in here and it's going to tell you that percent of the total volume for that chain. So these ULA puts that came in, 99% of the total volume on there. You can again scroll over here if you got questions. It's going to show you there, show you the total bar for the bid ask side, all that. So, and again, you can get into that contract by easily just clicking this, and you can see that whale there. And you can also click on this chain, which will pull up the overall flow here. I like to always adjust that to the 250 results so I can get more data. So again, looking here, and then you have your IV and all that. And if you want to add these on or take off these, you just come up to that settings bar here as well, and you can just easily come over here and kind of put on what you want to take off. Really good tools here, very customizable, which is nice. So let's go back to, we were in the interval. So Superflow next. So Superflow is also a really good tool for those that have minimal screen space. I do have a video on how to set this up, but if you want to set up flow on one screen and you need to add in some other stuff, and it'll automatically auto arrange it to you, make it a little easier to view. But this is a really good tool if you are missing, or if you don't have a lot of computer space. Just easily come up here, add new window, nice drop down. You have a lot of stuff in here as well. 0 DTE flow. So this is what it sounds like. So this flow is 0 DTE, so days to expiration. And obviously today, United Airlines, we don't have anything. It's a Tuesday. They don't trade 0 days. Now if you wanted something with 0 days, you pull up in SPY. And Let me take that off. Go today. Do QQQ. It's not going to cooperate with me because, okay, here we go. So QQQ. So obviously QQQ has 0-day contracts, and again, you would just come in here and filter this how you'd like. If you want to take out mid, ask, and no side, and you wanted the premium mat, let's just say 85,000. I don't know if there's anything, but let's take a peek. So obviously you can see here's all your 0 days to expiration flow, so 0 days, and you have your net premiums up here as well. So this is a good tool for those that like to trade 0 DTEs, especially on Friday with other tickers. Obviously not all companies are 0 DTEs, so let's move on here. So next we are gonna look at the market data section. So first up is the market tide. So again, not gonna dive super deep into this in this video, but this is your market tide. You can easily just click up here. You can pull it up. It'll pull in SPY. You had QQQ at the top, and if you want to look at any other company name, you can just do Apple again. Just type in Apple, and you will get that in there as well. But coming back to the main market tide, so again, this is the overall market tide. So you have your net call premiums, net put premiums. This is including in the money, so out of the money only would be this one. Can also filter back to 7 days. So you can see the last 7 days there. You got your top tickers by net premium, your sector flow here, your latest news, your market seasonality, and again, a lot of these have drop downs you can come in here and take a peek at. So stock screener, this one I like to look at just to kind of see what's going on throughout the day. I typically filter this by market cap, which we are at. So again, you can kind of see what's going on here, what's going on with certain tickers, and you can search different tickers. Got different screeners, formats. Can kind of all, I mean, there's a lot of customizable stuff in here. So again, filters, can filter this how you'd like. I kind of leave it blank. I just like to get an overall sentiment of everything, kind of see how that volume's doing against the 30 days. So obviously a lot of data up here. You can see your net premium there as well, that's mixed in. And you also do have drop down here as well too. Can also switch dates. So moving on over to stocks now. So again, just like the other one, you can search stocks. You can change it by 52-week highs, top dollar gainers, top dollar losers, earnings, and you can get all your data here as well too with that. Filter it by cap. Sector view. Again, you can change this up here to commodities, oil, whatever you're kind of looking for. Get data there as well. A lot of data in there. Options watch list. If you have a watch list, you can easily just add in chains that you're looking for. All that stuff here as well. So kind of shows you in here how to do that. I don't have anything in here, as you can see. So, and we do have some more stuff up here. So performance, seasonality. So you'll see that here as well. So again, stock watch list. I don't have a watch list, so it's not going to show anything. Custom alerts, if you want alerts for certain tickers and all that. I don't have alerts in here. I have everything set up on my screens that I can see, so I don't really ever use them, but they also have some preset alerts here, so you can always add those in as well. Performance, just what it sounds like. You can come in here, see the performance of the last day, last month, 6 month, year to date, their last earnings, how they've moved since earnings, sector, market cap. A lot of data in there as well too. Seasonality, and again, another one, what it sounds like. It's going to tell you the seasonality of the stocks, kind of the average return, median, max, minimum, positive closes, all that stuff in here as well. So see a lot of that, and you can switch that to months. I almost said junts. So you want to come out to September, see how we do, tell you how the stock performs usually. So another little tool there as well. So Ticker Explorer now, so overview. This is if you wanted to look at, let's say, again, something net premium that you that's not like SPY or everything. So AMD, we'll just do AMD because I want to do something else besides Apple. So again, it's going to pull in your net premium, and again, you have more stuff under here. You can see the stock chart, and if you go out, I believe it's 3 months, it'll kind of tell you an expected implied move here. So 1 month, 3 month. So it's just the 1 month and 3 month, and again, can toggle that off if you'd like. Your net premiums, and again, can switch that out to 7 days. Average volume here, and you can switch this to volume, all that in here as well. Options volume, so call and put volume, call and put premium, bullish and bearish volume. So you can see that bearish volume's a little higher than the bullish volume there. And on your side here, you just have your daily stats, previous close, open, just some data here that can be useful to everybody. So some top volume chains as well. So this is the day. Open interest only updates once a day. So this would be your highest open interest change, which would update the next day. News on that specific company. Your volatility index, daily GEX, whatever you want to call it. Insider information here as well. Analyst information. Options and off-lit volume per stock price down here. So that's all in that first overview tab. So coming into the charting tab, I do have a video on how to use this. This is charting, so you can just come in here. If you need a chart, need to draw channels, lines, whatever you want to do, you can easily just do that in here. Volatility, obviously just some different data on volatility. So again, IV rankings, all this other stuff in here, historical risk reversal, all this other stuff in here, realized volatility for those that like that deeper data here. Open interest on AMD, you can see that in here as well. Just a lot of data in here for those that like a lot of data. So again, another one that GEX, whatever you want to call it, Gamma, Delta, Charm, Van. I'm not going to dive super deep into this here, but you can get all that data in here as well. You can see exposure, intraday, Greeks. So options chains, this could be a good one. You can pull up that chain, and you can also switch your expiration here, kind of see what's going on in that change that on the chain. So like that bid ask and stuff could be huge. You can see that open interest and volume going on there. So can also switch out the strikes too if you want to see more strikes just up here. So this is a really good tool too that I like to see that overall sentiment on certain strikes. So open interest changes. Again, this is just for AMD. So you come here, see open interest changes, and you can switch the strikes here as well. So you can do it by expiration as well too, so you can see more puts there. Again, open interest changes, can kind of see more there as well. And your highest open interest increase, you can check this again obviously in the morning when they update. So you can see that there, and the increase by percent. The highest open interest decrease there as well. Let's go back to seasonality. So again, another one just like what it sounds like, seasonality for AMD. Here's your month of June, and going back to 2009, you can kind of see how it's performed. They have a calendar over here which will show you the how it performed that day. So technology performance by June, so it's going to show you some other tech companies here. So average returns here for the respective month in the last 16 years. You can see the median return here by percent. Green closes. So you kind of see all that stuff there in seasonality there. Greeks, again, not going to dive super deep in here. You get that delta and theta, and the IV distribution, your max pain here, which obviously you can switch by date, so max pain for those that like that. Options charting here, again, can kind of chart out options how you'd like. I'm not going to dive super deep into this. Obviously, generate charts how you'd like. A lot of data here for those that like to sit and dive into the chains and all that. Really, really good. Analyst ratings. Again, you want to look at AMD's analyst ratings. You can see the actions here, the historical price target performances, and just some other analyst price targets down here as well, which is a really nice feature as well. So earnings, again, this is another nice tool to use. You can see the earnings from AMD, so average from the last 2 quarters, however many quarters you want to go out. You can see for those that like to play earnings, which is very risky, that's all I gotta say. Really nice to see what that expected versus the actual move was. So if you look at AMD here over the last 8 quarters, they only beat that expected move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the last 8. So keep that in mind if you're playing earnings. You can kind of see how the stocks performed. See the earnings per share, their financials by quarterly, annual. Come down here and see some historical earnings data as well. Insider transactions, again, self-explanatory. These are transactions by insiders for AMD. Shorts, again, it'll tell you the short interest, short shares available, all this other stuff down here that you'll need, your borrow rates, your short volume per exchange, just a lot of short data in here for those that like shorts. I'm not going to dive super deep to the bottom. You can take a peek. I mean, you just see, you can get all your numbers here as well by date there on the left. So that is our ticker explorer. So unusual tools. So we have our options calculator, and a lot of these are kind of pre-built. So if you wanted to look at a long call, you just easily click that. You would kind of come in here, search. I'm not gonna do one because it might take a little bit, but come in here and then obviously put in the contract, all that. It'll kind of pull up data here. It'll tell you what your profit loss would be if it's at the current price, and then what the percent would be, all that there as well. It tells you an explanation of the strategy there. And again, you can see all the other types of strategies here as well too, which is nice for those that like to trade spreads. I don't trade spreads, so I'm not a pro with spreads at all, but got a lot of little spreads there as well. So paper trading, again, for those that might want to practice, you got your paper trading stuff here. You kind of can search your ticker, call, put, expiration date, how many contracts, stuff like that in there. Trading journal, if you have a broker, I believe it's Tasty Trades, they will allow you to, or it pulls in the data. I'm not 100% sure on this. I don't have Tasty Trades, so that is the journal there. So you can see analytics there. I don't have this set up. API, they have a public API here, so obviously just data in here. So Data Shop, and I believe they had I don't think a lot of these are downloadable, I believe. So yeah, if you want to download data, you can do that here. I believe you need the lifetime for this though. So data downloads, again, you can download this, so annual and lifetime subscribers. So again, you can download your hottest chains, and this downloads into an Excel spreadsheet. So media, political trading, you can come in here, see the recent political trades. If you click on a specific person, you can see their history. Go down to show more. I believe their portfolios are also, so some other stuff in here, miscellaneous. Where would your portfolios be? And I don't really sit and look at the politicians' portfolios, but oh, here we go. Right here, just click on that page, and this is unusual portfolios right in front of my face. So you just click on portfolios there. They've got all the portfolios here. So I mean, you want to look up Pelosi's everyone's favorite trader. So just Pelosi. Okay, wrong spot. There we go. So Nancy Pelosi, you just want to see her portfolio. Pulls it up, it'll show her current positions. And I believe these get updated every evening, I want to say. So again, you can kind of just check everybody's portfolios there if you'd like. So back to here. So that was API, and they have education here again as well. So a lot of on options, equities, all this stuff here. So options, futures, crypto, a lot of data, or a lot of learning materials here in the education thing. Discord bot, if you have a Discord, again, can easily add a free bot. Option strategies, again, it will pull this up, kind of tell you different strategies you can use. Market heat map, obviously, kind of, again, the heat map of the market. You can see today, after hours, a week, go back as far as a year. So that was up there. We were down here in miscellaneous. So news, again, news that's going on in everything right now, and Unusual Whales actually pulls news, not news that we don't care about. So that's a very good tool. Futures. So you can see what's going on in the futures market right now. Shorts, again, if you want to search for shorts. Alerts, again, so this is an alert section here as well. Your hunt, if you have different searches and all that in here. AI here as well. So, which is kind of cool. So like if you wanted to look at this, so like let's say, what was AMD's last earnings? I haven't really used this, so kind of interested to see this. Oh, well. Let's see. Yeah, I haven't really used this that much, so maybe, let's see. Okay, here we go. So like Q4 2024. So AMD. Where did we go here? Let me so new chat, so let's do Apple. Apple will do just Q1 2022. So yep, if you want to go back and look here, just do review Q1 financials. So just kind of pulls in a little data there as well. That's the first time I've actually used that. So some alternative data, crude oil, West Texas. Just some crude oil data here as well, for those that like all that diesel sale price data. Crypto, for those that like crypto, you can kind of see what's going on here in the market. Buy versus sell, symbols, pairs, exchange, kind of the timeline on what's going on here. ETFs. Obviously just some data here on ETFs. NFTs. So, and they have a, if you want to gift an unusual membership to somebody, you can do that here as well. And they also do have a merchandise store for those that would like. Excuse me, apparel, homeware, accessories, drinkware, all that stuff. Apparently I need some drinkware there because my throat is getting dry here. Yeah, otherwise, I mean, that's kind of that's kind of just a nice overview of the platform. So there's a lot, and if you also come up to the change log here, there's nothing here because I usually keep up on this, but it'll kind of tell you all the changes that have been going on with Unusual Whales as well too. But that is kind of the overall view of the platform. I didn't dive into every little detail on everything, just kind of wanted to give an overview for those that may be interested in trying Unusual Whales. Again, I will drop a discount code in the description below. And yeah, if you got questions, feel free to reach out on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it now. Have a great night, everyone.